Alrighty, guys, we have something really important to share with you. And if you are experiencing lower views than usual, there could be a reason. And we're going to actually share with you a reason why we feel that our views have dropped. And we kind of expected it, but it still hurts. It still stings. But we're going to talk about how we discovered that the algorithm might actually be confused. And because of that, it's it's hurting our views and it's hurting our reach. And we're gonna try to do something about it. So we're gonna break that all down for you. And I want to know in the comments right now, have you experienced less views than you did, say, a month ago or 2 months ago? Let us know in the comments, whether you're here live or whether you're here on the replay. Let us know, have you seen a drop in your views? So just let us know that in the comments. All right. But Scotty, you and I were talking about this the other day. I kind of discovered something that brought it to my attention, and I'm going to share that with everyone, how I discovered this and how it's a tool that we've had it. We just haven't been using it in this way. And it kind of like shined a light on something for us. So that's what I want to do. I want to walk through exactly what happened, but also what our plan is to try to fix this. And that's what we're going to do. Before I also get into that, I want to let you guys know, if you joined us last week on that live stream, which was our 1 hour content hack for creating a week's worth, and technically it could be a month's worth if you're only posting one video a week, but we actually shared how we are creating content in just 1 hour a week. And this hour right here that we're about to do here on this live stream, it's one of those 1 hour content blocks. So we're going to be doing exactly what we shared last week. If you missed that one, we'll go ahead and we'll link it up in the description. You can check that out. It's a good one because it shows you how you can really get yourself to create content, whether you're doing it twice a week or you're doing it, four videos a month, or 4 videos a month, once a week. You can get on for 1 hour and knock out all your content, or a good majority of it. And we're basically getting at least 1 week's worth of content done in one session. And we're getting a live stream in there as well. So if you missed that, make sure that you watch that. We'll link that up in the description. So Scotty, let's just kind of dig in. Where did you want to start? I think we should probably start kind of like how we started this channel, but let's just, dig in. Where do you want to start this conversation?
I guess kind of like what we're going through the steps of what we're doing right now, which is we're going through a slight pivot. And this what we're going to be talking about applies to if you're starting brand new, if you're doing a pivot, if you are trying to find the right audience. It kind of applies to all of that. So this is more kind of generalized of the whole main topic of you're not getting the right views, and keyword right views. Okay. We're not saying a lot of views, high views, viral views. We're saying the right views. Because I think that's something that's a big misconception that a lot of people have, is you need to go viral. You need to go viral. That's what you need. Everything is how to go viral. But in reality, if you guys want to make a business out of anything, or make some money, even if it's, AdSense is great. You can have the AdSense, all of that. But if you want to make any money on YouTube, serious money, it's not about the virality. It's about having the right people come into your ecosystem. And that's kind of what we're talking about. So biggest thing right now is, guys, we're going through a pivot. Okay. When we started this channel, we came in mind with who we were targeting first at that time, which was we were targeting YouTubers, creators who are trying to grow on YouTube. And when we started that, we even were broad there. We weren't niche down. We were kind of helping everyone talk about how to help on YouTube and how to grow and this and that. And we found out after probably about a month that we need to start niching down, which I think is a big problem that a lot of people have. Is every guru out there says, no, you need to talk about general because that's going to help you get more views. That's not the case. Okay. You need to, again, attract the right audience. So you need to start focusing on a specific part of that niche. And I think that's something that it's going to take time to even find that. When I say that, I mean, there's different angles into a niche. So for us, we started doing over 40. We started doing small creators. We started doing Gen X. Like we've tried different things, and that was for the YouTube content, YouTube growth. We were hitting different demographics, right? But it could also be pain points too. It doesn't necessarily need to be, a demographic of a person. It could be a pain point of someone. So like our pivot right now, which we're going into, which is helping online coaches, we're also helping online consultants. We're helping online businesses. Like we could go as broad as just businesses. We're helping businesses grow and get sales and get clients, right? And get more leads. Obviously, our main motto is to get more leads using YouTube, right? But we had to work from this big, broad bubble and start niching it down. And we're still trying to kind of hit the right angle. Because right now, I mean, full transparency, you see our views. I mean, it's hard for us to crack 500 views right now on our new pivot. But we're looking at this as we're starting over right now. So we're kind of starting from scratch, but we're starting to go forward in the direction that we want to do. And what this kind of live is going to be about and talk about a little bit is what we're doing as far as the hack that you kind of just talked about from last week of how we're able to focus on this Monday that we're recording this as of, you guys are live, and how we're making a week's worth of content and it's already planned out. And you're not on the hamster wheel of, I got to shoot a video today. I got to get it edited. I got to do all of that. So do you want to talk a little bit about the hack there that you came up with from Brand Creators, which is your other channel, over 100,000 subscribers, that killed, was doing amazing, multiple 6-7 figure, years, and how originally we were going to talk about that on this channel, but we didn't. We kind of went away from that. And we
I think that it's just for people too to understand is like, just because you start in a place doesn't mean that's where you're going to end up. My other channel, Brand Creators, when I was growing that, it started out as The Amazing Seller. Then from there, it went to Brand Creators. But that was started off as e-commerce for Amazon sellers. Then from there, it went on to niche sites. Then from there, it went on to just generalized branding. Then from there, it went into Etsy because that was the e-commerce that we were into. It's basically every time that we evolved, the channel evolved. So when you evolve, though, you do lose views because your subscribers didn't sign up for the thing that you are posting. So just keep that in mind. Now, some of them will, there will be a crossover, but this channel, like you said, Scotty, our goal was to get it to $100,000 in revenue. We hit that.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't hit it on AdSense. We made over $10,000 on AdSense, but we did the rest following our 100K roadmap, which still is the same roadmap. It's just pointed at a different niche. And if you guys want a copy of that, the 100K roadmap, just put 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. Again, just put 100K in the comments. We'll send you a copy of that, but it's basically the same thing. So we've been at this now on this channel for a year, and we hit our $100,000, and we haven't reported it officially here on the channel yet. That'll be in about a week. I think next live stream will be the income report. We'll give you the whole breakdown, all the numbers. We'll show you the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. But, we've got videos that are, we've got a video that's going to cross 300,000 views right now. It's just at about 300,000 views. That's our biggest video. And that's great. But it's like, that's not necessarily our audience right now that we're trying to attract. So we got to be okay. Sometimes you have to put your ego at the door, like check it at the door, and then just kind of move through this. Okay. So if you are thinking about pivoting your channel, that's fine. Just understand that you may lose some views, or you might hit it out of the park. You just don't know, because every video is going to be a little bit different. So what I want to do here though, Scotty, is I want to share my screen. And what I am going to share here, there you go, is this is VidIQ. Now, we are an affiliate for VidIQ. We have not really promoted it, but we're going to promote it right now because I think this is pretty amazing on what it gave us so far. But if you guys would like to buy us a cup of coffee and go through our affiliate link, it's down in the description. You can go check that out. But basically what I did was I said, I'm just going to go ahead and see what VidIQ says, and using their AI engine and seeing what it says. So right here, I just put in here, I said, can you look at our channel and see why our views have dropped significantly? Okay. And then here it says your channel performance analysis. Okay. Your views have dropped 64% from June to July, from 108,976 to just 38,800 views. That's actually not true, because I think it's over 50.
It's like 50. Yeah. It's
58, I think. But anyway, that's whatever. Okay. It says, here's exactly what's happening and how to fix it. It's like, okay, cool. So critical issues identified. All right. And it says here, recent video performance crisis. All right. Your newest videos are severely underperforming compared to your channel's potential. And these are the videos that it's basing it off of. So this was a video that we posted recently, which was a great video, by the way, the YouTube strategy we're using to build a 7-figure coaching business. Okay. And in a day, it got 28 views. Now it's gotten more than that. It's over, I think, 300, but I'm just saying like 28 for that one day. Then here it was how to create YouTube content to attract your perfect clients, 296 views. And then this one here, how to get 100 plus email leads a day using the YouTube Flywheel Strategy, 232 views in 5 days. Okay. Massive, right here, massive performance gap. Okay. Your best video, YouTube Gurus Lying to Small Creators, has 289,833 lifetime views, but your recent content is getting less than 1% of that performance. This shows your audience wants your authentic, direct commentary style. Now, again, this is AI telling us this. It's not 100% true because yes, it wants our direct commentary. We're still giving our direct commentary. It's just on a different topic. Okay. So here it says audience disconnect. 85% of your views come from unsubscribed viewers, meaning your 35,443 subscribers aren't engaging with your new direction. They subscribed for YouTube growth and video creation content, not coaching business advice. Yeah, we know that. Root cause of analysis, content pivot confusion. You've shifted from your core expertise, YouTube growth, video creation, live streaming, to broader coaching business content. Your audience came for specific YouTube strategies, not general business advice. So now it comes in title, thumbnail, mismatch. I'm not going to read all this. Algorithm punishment. YouTube's algorithm has noticed the engagement drop and is showing your videos to fewer people, creating a downward spiral. Okay. Immediate recovery strategy. So now it's going to try to give me a strategy. Okay. Week 1 to 2, return to your roots. Create content that matches your proven winners. So here's an idea. Why 99% of your YouTube channels fail, how to fix it, YouTube algorithm secrets they don't want small creators to know, the live streaming mistakes that's killing your channel growth. Then it says bridge content. Okay. Now this is saying like, okay, now we're going to gradually put in that other stuff. How coaches are using YouTube to replace cold calling, real case study. The YouTube strategy that built my $100,000 course business. All right. Now technical fixes, it gets into that. Updated thumbnails to match performance, blah, 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 right? Pin comments, asking YouTube challenge viewers face. So these are just some things here. Leverage your best content. Your YouTube Gurus Lying to Small Creators video proves your audience wants controversial, honest takes, direct criticism of industry practices, and insider knowledge they can't get elsewhere. Expected recovery time, 1 to 2 weeks. Views should stabilize around 2,000 to 3,000 per day. Week 3 to 4, 4,000 plus daily views if you nail the content strategy. Month 2, full recovery, 100,000 plus monthly views. The key is getting back to what made your channel successful while gradually introducing your coaching expertise through the lens of YouTube and video marketing. What type of YouTube focused content do you want to tackle first to start to recover? I can help craft the titles, whatever. And I said, hey, this sounds good, but we want to pivot our channel to help coaches and course creators. How can we do this? What should we do to get YouTube to suggest our new direction? Should we turn off notifications to subscribers? I put that in there because Scotty and I did a test this past week and turned it off. And it sucked really bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
Real bad. So it says here, your channel pivot strategy from general coaching to specific based on your recent performance. And it kind of goes through this whole thing again, why you're declining. It tells me everything basically again, but it says here, strategic pivot plan. Do not turn off notifications. Do not. All right. And it says phase 1, bridge the content weeks 1 through 4. So here it gives me a 70-30 split. And so, I mean, this is useful, but we were already thinking it before any of this. Like we have to put in a YouTube growth video probably up once a week to keep that momentum there. And then we'll sprinkle in the coaching business, the course creators, the online coaching and things like that.
Yep.
Right. And then here it says phase 3, algorithm recognition, weeks 9 and 12, consistent coaching content with proven formats. So it's saying after 9 to 12 weeks, we should be able to start posting all of that content. That's that's to be seen. We don't know that. And it does say here, this was interesting. Thumbnail strategy for maximum algorithm recognition. Your 96 scoring thumbnail template from, and then it gives this video, should be your standard revenue screenshots or client testimonials, clear coaching focused text for coaches, course creators, professional business imagery with your proven color scheme, and before and after elements showing transformation. Then it gives you an expected timeline. So Scotty, what do you think of all of this?
I think it kind of goes back to what we were thinking originally, which is you got to bridge that gap. You got to find ways, because we're honestly not going away from talking about YouTube, because our whole strategy involves YouTube. So you do need YouTube growth to get to use the strategy. So I think it's just like you said, it's finding ways to bridge that gap, and kind of going through that. What I'm interested in, and maybe we haven't really talked about this, maybe we just even use some of their titles and just test it, because I think it's kind of crazy that it says that we're going to be averaging 3,000 views a day in week 2 or whatever. Like, I'd like to really see that. I don't know if I believe all that, but hey, maybe it will. I just think though, it's good just to see this though. Like, even if like we don't take it word for word, it is good to see, like, okay, it kind of makes sense, right? Of what we were thinking and what the AI is kind of confirming for us, which is, yeah, there's a disconnect. There is still a way to kind of bridge the gap and kind of work your way into it. And I mean, here, a perfect example. Last week we put a video up that didn't really say anything about business, but was more about YouTube with the algorithm. Put that video up, and I'm still getting views, but I think it's over 800 views. It's our most viewed in the past probably 2 months. And right away, it shows you right there that it's the content, right? So it's like, we got to find those things. What are those pieces that we can do that we can hit both sides? I also believe this is that once you put enough content out of, who we're trying to target, I do think eventually it's going to start getting picked up. And yes, I think the quicker way to do that is to put YouTube growth in there and strategy and all that, which we're still talking about anyway, but just putting some of those things in there. And here's why I'm not worried, because I want, and this is just us talking through it right now. When we had brand creators and I came up with the idea of starting a new channel, and then we did this, we started from scratch. We started from zero, and we were able to not only grow that to 35,000 subscribers, but to generate that to a 6-figure business in its first year. Okay. Now, we're square one, where we're starting over, except we already have an email list, which that's a whole nother thing we can talk about. But when we're starting over as far as like the YouTube content, right? And we also noted this, if you remember, it took us 21 videos before we had a video give us any momentum.
Yep.
Okay. We've probably posted maybe 10 right now of the new content, maybe probably like 8 to 10. Okay. So like halfway there. But my thing is this, and we say this with everyone, and we shot a video the other day. If you guys didn't see our podcast with Gavin, fitness coach, that all it takes is one video. One video is going to get you some momentum, and that's going to ultimately help you, whether it's for your business, whether it's for your YouTube channel, just to grow. It's one video. So what are we doing? Taking at bats. And that's why we're doing this little live stream hack where we're shooting this now, and you guys are going to see in a minute how we're going to have 2 separate videos inside of this live. They're going to chop up, and they're going to be individual videos later on that we're all doing in one day. We get to record this all in one day, and then we have it for the week. But here's the thing. Instead of now we have to go shoot individual, they're all done, and there's going to be 3 pieces of content we're putting out there. And then with the podcast, that's 4 chances out of this week that we could have one hit. And when I say hit, it doesn't have to go viral, but it might get 2,000 views. Right. And that's the momentum. Once the momentum goes, now you're just feeding the machine.
And remember, I said that to you the other day, Scotty. I said, listen, what we have to focus on is we're taking 4 swings every week.
Yeah.
Okay. We're taking 4 swings because we're going live on Monday. So today, if you're watching this is a live stream. If you're watching this on the replay, this was originally a live stream. Okay. And so that's one at bat, right? Like that's one swing. Then you have Wednesday. That's a dedicated video, but that video was strategically created inside of this live stream, because this is like, imagine we're here without you watching live and we're recording. And I said to Scotty, I go, on Mondays, we're going to meet and we're going to record 3 videos or 4 videos. It's the same difference, except we're doing it here because now we can go live and we can get that live piece out there. And we can have people that are connecting with you and the community and all of that stuff. So you have that piece. And then Wednesday becomes our dedicated video. Friday, we have a dedicated video, again, coming from this live stream. And then from there on Sunday, we have our podcast, which we're going to sit down and record, and it'll take us 30, 40 minutes. Okay. So we're getting 4 at bats. And I even talked the other day, and I said this to you, Scotty, privately, is I said, I might start doing something that I'm going to call like maybe creator's diary, where I just, if I have a thought of what we're going through, I might just fire up the phone, and I might just, on my walk in my car, I might just go, I just wanted to jump in here and kind of document this for myself so we can look back at it, but also so you kind of see what it's like as a creator to be on YouTube and dealing with the certain things, but also building a 6, possibly a 7-figure coaching business, and just basically talking through the struggles and talking through the wins and just sharing those thoughts in maybe a 3 to a 10-minute video somewhere in there. I'm not committing to that, but I have Tuesdays and Thursdays, potentially Saturdays, that I could just drop another one on there if I want to.
And I look at it like this too. Okay. If you guys didn't know, we love baseball. We're big Yankees fans, even though they've been sucking lately. Anyway, they got a win last night. But anyway, we talk about at bats, right? So you said 4 at bats pretty much a week we're getting, right? And then potentially a 5th one, which would be your diary, right? Well, let's think of that in baseball terms. You get about 4 at bats a game, right? So we're playing a game a week, a week we are playing. And then that bonus video, that 5th video, that's extra innings. You get an extra inning that game. Not every game, because like you said, you might not do it every week.
Right.
But we're giving ourselves the chances so that way we can build the momentum up. And because a lot of people are always like, oh, so you're just saying, we got to post so much. No. I'm not saying that. If you want to post once a week, post once a week. That's fine. And your audience might want that. That's okay. But what we're saying is, besides creating all this content, you could create it in an hour block on a live stream. Which makes it 10 times easier than what you're doing as far as doing all these individual videos that you don't need to be doing. And so, I mean, I love the process, and that's something that I think, Dad, I think you're with me on this. You've been like this, I guess, your whole life. I know you know that for all your entrepreneurial stuff is like, you gotta fall in love with the process. And like right now, it's like we're starting over, but we're not, and we're trying to figure it out. And guys, it feels so good once you get to that mark, but then you're gonna chase it again. You're always trying to get to the next thing. So like for us, when we started this channel, we had 0 subscribers. We weren't getting any views. We were happy to get not even 100 views. We were happy to get like 50 views by the end of the week. End of the week. And so for us, once we started getting some views and pops, I mean, I remember that we were getting some videos. We were getting 300 to 500 views an hour. We had one video getting 3,000 an hour, just blowing up, right? And it was consistent. We're going through this, and we remember two months earlier, we weren't getting a fraction of that.
But even the videos that are now that we've had out there, we're still getting views on those, right? Like we're still getting leads. We're getting people that watched the video last summer that are requesting to have, our lead magnet, which is basically either the 100K roadmap or the hooks guide. Now we have another lead magnet, which is our steady leads workshop that we give access to, which, by the way, if you would like a copy access to that, just put leads in the comments and we'll send you that. And that was a 2-hour private group coaching call that we did where we outlined and gave that entire strategy, exactly what we're doing and what we taught of what they can do. And we're actually going to be helping a small group of coaches and course creators in our 6-week accelerator, which that's going to be kicking off here in the beginning of August. But with that all being said, it's like when you create a video, just remember, it's not like Instagram. It's not like LinkedIn. It's not like any of those other platforms. It still can get views a year from now, 5 years from now. All right. One of our best videos right now is still performing. It's still getting 20 to 50 views an hour. And sometimes it'll get up as high as 100 views an hour, still getting leads. And that was done in January.
Yeah. And I just want to just add one more thing. So here's the other thing. And this is why I stress stop chasing views and chase the right views, the right people, the right audience, and focus on the engagement you get from it.
Yeah.
And Dad, I was going through our analytics today, and I went to someone else's video. I'm not going to name them. Just went to someone else's video that had 17,000 views. Okay, 17,000 views. They had about 80 to 100 comments. Okay, which really isn't that high. Okay, I looked. We had a video the other day, one of our bad videos. 335 views, 38 comments. Only 300 views. Okay. So I looked at another guy. He's averaging about 1,500 views, 8 comments. That's it. And when I'm saying comments, guys, I don't mean like, someone saying, oh, cool video, or like small creators, let's unite, or whatever these people are saying, these scammers are saying. What I'm saying is, if you look at our comments, you're going to see leads, hooks, 100K, right? What is that? That's building up our email list, because that's a lead magnet that's going to get you to come into our community. You're going to get something in return, a free resource, and then we're going to collect an email, which down the road could potentially be a buyer of ours, right? And so we're building this community up. And I love our stats. If I look at that, I'm like, there's people getting crazy views, and they're not getting like a fraction of what we're getting for comments in which are leads, because they're not even using the system we're using.
No.
So I love seeing that too.
All right, cool. We got to keep moving here because we got stuff to do. I'm actually going to share this on my screen right now. So if you guys can see this, and the reason why I'm sharing this is because I want you to see that this is exactly what we're doing right now. Okay. This is all of my notes for today. All right. So here it is, right? We talked about the channel history, the 12 months. We followed our 100K roadmap. I said, comment 100K if you want the roadmap. I already said that. The pivot that confused the algorithm. What is our plan to correct this? Well, we talked about it, but we actually didn't go into great detail, which I'll do it right here. But basically, we're going to create content buckets where we're going to basically talk about YouTube growth in business, course creators, and coaches. Okay. Our video posting schedule, we went over that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. There it is. And we're going to test this for 30 days. 4 live streams, 8 videos, 4 podcasts. That's going to be 16 pieces of content. And maybe I'll sprinkle in some of those voice memos where I kind of just do a raw, just upload it and just give my thoughts on what's going on to help other fellow creators out there. Okay. And then basically I gave myself a little reminder here to remind you that we're going to be reporting back on this in 30 days. So if you want to get those and be, getting those notifications, then subscribe to the channel and you'll get those updates. Okay. And basically right here, what did we just talk about? Taking more swings can increase your chances, getting the algorithm to understand who your new audience is. Okay. We're creating 16 pieces of content. So all of this stuff right here, I already did almost off of memory, just because I knew that that's what I wanted to cover, but these are notes that I can refer to. Now, our next one that we're going to talk about is right here. The future of YouTube for coaches and course creators. Start this before 2026. And then this is all of my talking points. And then the next video we're going to talk about that we're going to round this thing out is new 100K YouTube business plan for course creators. And then boom, there's my points. Okay. Now I got to stop sharing that so that way there I don't give everything away for you guys. All right. So that's the setup. So I spent probably 30 minutes going through that outline. Some of it was out by the pool this morning, drinking my coffee, doing my notes, right? Coming up with my bullet points. And that's it. All right. So it doesn't have to be that sophisticated. It just has to be good content. People don't care how it's delivered as long as it's delivered in a way that they can understand it. I don't want to say just energetic, but you just have some, feeling about what you're talking about. You have passion for what you're talking about. And so I think that goes a long ways. If you're talking about something that's very, very serious, like a relationship, a divorce. You want to have empathy. You want to have compassion, right? Those things are really, really important. So with that all being said, Scotty, I think that is going to wrap up this segment. And look at that. It's 4:30 on the nose. So that's our 30-minute block right there. And guys, if you have any questions on any of this stuff that we're talking about, just drop it in the comments and we'll see it. And then we'll be able to either answer it here on the live, or we'll come back after the fact if it's a replay, and we'll answer it in the comments. We answer all the comments, by the way, too. That's the other thing. That's not scalable, but that is what's going to make you stand out. So I think that's really, really important to be able to do that.
Let me real quick before you go into your first talking point. Interested in finding out more on how to grow a channel. So any help, like roadmap to 100K. Here's the thing: we have a roadmap for 100K. It's not necessarily to get 100K subscribers. It's just to get 100K in revenue. That's what we're going for. And hey, even if you do not have a business right now, that is okay. It is for you because it's going to help you, put you in a position to get there. We have a bunch of clients that never started with any sort of thing for business. Now they're collecting emails, and hey, Gavin the other day just had, 2,700 from one video emails come in that now he's gonna be able to sell something. So comment 100K and we'll send you. It's also in the link in the description.
Yeah, if for some reason we don't send it to you, check the description. We'll make sure we put it in there as well. All right, cool. So guys, like I said, what I'm about to do is like pretend the live stream is over. Okay. If you want to go right now, you can, but we'd like you to stay. But basically we're going to record this next segment. One thing I want to say here though, is this is the big, I think the big sticking point for a lot of people is they're like, okay, wait a minute here. So you're going to record, you're going to basically stay on here. You're going to record, and then you're going to take that little piece, that 8-minute, 10-minute, whatever it is. You're going to take that and you're going to repost that. Isn't that like duplicate content? Isn't that, not what you should be doing on YouTube? No, YouTube. What do people do with shorts? A lot of times with shorts, they cut them up and they put all these mini little clips. All we're doing is right now we're 30 minutes in, we're 32 minutes in. We know that our average retention on a live stream like this is 15 to 16 minutes. So we know most people that are on the live stream are not going to stay to the end, and that's okay. But guess what? We're going to pull out this piece that we're deliberately recording, and it's going to get placed, and you're going to see it on the feed. Okay. We did a video this last Wednesday and Friday. That was from the live stream that we did before. So that's what we're doing. All right. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get ready. And Scotty, we're going to try this again. We're trying a new tool, and I'm going to be looking down a little bit. We're going to see if the old auto eye contact.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Maybe be an affiliate for that if it ends up working.
It worked for me the other day.
All right. Well, I'm going to go off camera. If you guys have any questions as well, while he's live, I will be in the comments answering some of them.
All right, here we go. All right. So what is the future of YouTube for coaches and course creators? What does it mean now that AI is here? Well, there's a lot of course creators that are complaining that AI is going to make courses obsolete. No one is going to want courses anymore. And I know personally, yes, we have sold courses in the past, still sell some right now. And I would say they're probably right. Course sales are definitely down, but there is a way to basically, fight the AI out there that people are still going to want to learn from you, and they're going to want to buy from you. It just might not be an online course. All right. But the first thing is we need to continue to create helpful, useful content and do something extremely important. And that is build your email list. If you're an online coach, a course creator, you know how valuable an email subscriber is, because we're taking them off platform and now we get to build that relationship. We get people to know, like, and trust us. And from there, we can also present offers to those people. This channel right here, we have built over the last 12 months to over 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's great. But we've also built an email list of over 11,000. And that email list has produced over $90,000. And yes, we have earned just over 10,000 from the YouTube AdSense, which is amazing. So you can build your email list and you can get paid from YouTube. That right there is the holy grail. And I think that's really awesome. So if you're not building your list, you probably want to start doing that. And actually, we created a full training where we walked this whole strategy of what we're doing to actually do what I just said with a bunch of coaches and course creators. And we taught it live. It was about a 2-hour workshop. And we're actually giving access away for free. If you'd like to get access to that, just comment leads down below. Just put leads down below in the comments and we'll send you that full workshop and you'll see exactly how we're using this strategy. And we call it the YouTube Leads Flywheel. So check that out. All right. So a perfect example of this is we teach coaches and course creators how to use simple YouTube videos to get steady leads daily without spending ads. That's what our mission is right now. So you do need to get very, very specific on who you are trying to help. That is extremely important. So as we get into this whole AI, world of it taking over learning, because that's really what we're talking about here, is as long as we can figure out who is our ideal client, customer, student, and what can we do that we can be the best at? And what will they not be able to get from AI? They won't be able to get a human set of eyes to look over their stuff, right? Like we could give you an AI thing that shows you how to create titles. And you're like, that's great. But you might say, I want Scott or Scotty to look at my titles. I want them to look at my thumbnails. I want to know what would they do. Like that's not going to go away. I know myself personally. Yes, I will look at AI. I will get some assistance while I'm doing things, but I still want help from people that are experts in certain areas of my life, whether it's fitness or whether it's business. That to me is never going to go away. But if you're just selling online courses, that is going to be a hard sell because if you don't have a live component to it, it's going to be really, really hard. All right. So here's the deal. And here's what we're going to be doing. And there's 3 things that I'm going to cover here with you. And this is what I think is the future. Is number 1, developing premium offers. Okay. Premium offers also meaning high touch. This is where you are going to be in the trenches with your students as they're learning. So yes, there's going to be a learning component to it where yes, here is how you do this. And this is how you do this. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Getting through like that is going to be there. But then we're also going to be there with a live component to that. And then we're going to run these as little cohorts. Okay. And they're going to be smaller, more intimate, not where it's just like you're in this massive community. So premium offers or done for you, that's going to never really go away, right? Done for you, meaning if we came up with a service and said, hey, here's what we'll do. We'll meet with you once a week. We will outline your week's worth of content, and then we'll sit down with you and record it. And then when you're done, you walk away, we take it, we edit it, we polish it, we upload it, and you don't have to do anything but meet with us for an hour a week. That's a service, and that's a done for you. So AI isn't really going to be doing that, at least in the near future. Okay. So that's something else you can do. But if you don't want to do it done for you and you still want to do courses, well, then it's going to be like a premium offer that is going to be a high touch type of offer. And that's what we're doing right now. Like we help online course creators, consultants, coaches get steady leads from YouTube without using paid ads. That's our one-liner. That's what we are solving a problem for. Okay. Is getting those steady leads without spending tons of money on Facebook ads or, Instagram ads, like whatever. Okay. That's our thing. So you do have to get very, very specific. The second thing is leaning into community. AI is not going to allow you to feel like you're rubbing elbows with someone that you know, or you can go have a cup of coffee with someone in the community because you live in the same area, or maybe you live an hour from each other, or just to be able to get that like-minded feel when you're in something. So community is another piece of this. So when we do a premium offer, there's going to be a community piece to that as well. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is, yes, we are going to lean into some AI stuff. We're going to create, and we've already started creating these for our students, is AI wizards. This is where we're going to create something that follows our guidelines. It's going to take our input, and we're going to basically create this wizard that will allow you to do the task faster. So if we're going to be talking about how to get really, really clear on your niche, well, we're going to have a whole bunch of criteria that we're going to feed, all right, this wizard. And then you're just going to basically have to answer some questions as if we're sitting across the table having a cup of coffee and I'm coaching you in real time. So those three things alone right there, if you're an online course creator or even a coach, that right there is going to really bulletproof you from AI, in my opinion. All right. Now, if I'm starting over today, if I'm starting over as a course creator, I am going to start with that premium offer that solves one specific problem. That is what I am going to do. And I'm going to work backwards, meaning I am going to start with the premium offer. And then from there, I will go backwards. So it might be like, okay, we're going to start with the premium offer. The premium offer might cost $3,000, $5,000. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to say, okay, what else now that I've got that? Let's say I only sell 10 spots to that at $3,000. That's $30K. How many $97 courses do you have to sell? A lot. So what I'm going to do is then when the time is right, I might splinter off a little piece of that premium offer and I might sell that as a $97 offer, but only after we've launched the premium offer. Because once we understand where people are going to get the most out of our training and our coaching, then we can start to splinter off these different resources. Okay. And that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. All right. And then here's another thing that I think anyone can do, and AI really is not going to be able to do it as well as you. And this is like personalized audits. So for us, if we said to you, hey, I'll tell you what, just go ahead and submit your channel and we'll do a 20-minute audit on your channel. And we will let you know how you can increase your reach, how you can get more specific on your topic, and how you can get more leads. And we'll actually detail it out for you. And then you pay us, I don't know, $197 for that. And then from there, guess what? We say, there it all is. And you're like, cool. And then the next question is, can you help me implement it? And the answer is, yeah, we've got a premium program that helps you implement what we just shared with you. So you do help, but then there's always going to be people that want you to implement or help them implement that strategy. All right. But with all of this being said, you are going to need the email list. You're going to need that. And if you're wondering how the heck we do it, well, that's why I shot this video right here that shows you exactly how you can do it. You can do it very quickly. Doesn't take a lot of work. You got to set it up once, but once you do, it works like clockwork. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut.
Boom.
There it is.
Awesome. Yeah, while you were talking, I had someone in the chat. They said they came a little late, and they were saying, how are you collecting the emails? Which is funny because that's what you led to at the end of the video.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait. No,
you gotta wait and see. No, I'll explain it while he takes a sip. So pretty much, and actually, I want to give a shout out to, where are they? Vegan Knowledge JJ. Okay.
Well, I would also say, Scotty, have them. I'd say ask it. Also, just put leads in the comments, and we'll send you an access to that live training that we did.
So they implemented, while you were talking, they told me they implemented the strategy, and they're getting leads and they're getting more engagement on their videos now just by saying comment whatever it is, right? And they started using your system. Okay. So what it is for those of you who don't know, is to collect these emails is you're having a free resource that you're using. Okay. So that needs to be the first thing. Okay. What is something that, the community wants, that they need, that something that, fixes a problem, and you're going to have a free resource of that. And what we do is, in exchange, we're getting your email. So we say, hey, comment leads. And when you comment leads, we're going to send you a link. That link is going to send you to our landing page, which is going to say, hey, here's the free resource, the free video, the free whatever, all we need is your name and email. And now we just collected your email. So that's how you're, in quick terms, that's how we're collecting your email. I know we're on a time crunch, so I'm not trying to over talk, but that was like a quick little rundown. I know you came a little late, but again, we do have other videos on that as well. And like he said, just comment leads on this, and you'll kind of see how it works, and you'll actually get the whole training that we did behind the whole workshop we did behind it.
Yeah, and if for some reason you don't get that when you put in leads for whatever reason, just go in the description. You should see it there, or even in the pinned comment after this is the live has ended.
Yep. All right, how you feeling? You're able to
I'm
go
good.
on?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
A little break. You know, last time you got on me a little bit. You said, hey,
I
you
got
need to do a better job in the chat. So I said, you know what? I'm going to come out, you know, firing, ready to go.
Yeah.
So
Well, here's the other thing too. It's like, there's so many things that we want to teach, but also it's like going back to what I just said with that premium offer. Like we're rolling out a premium offer right now. We've got a beta group that's we're getting ready to kick it off with these guys. It's going to be a small group, under 10 people, 10 at the most. And actually Kathleen's on with us.
I'm about to say, shout out Kathleen. She's in it.
Shout out. But basically, you know, like what I'm talking about right here, like doing this live stream and then taking this and creating this as one of our content days, we're going to teach that, right? Like we're going to go like real deep on that. Now, here's the key. We have a premium product, a premium program that we're going to be teaching all of this, how to come up with your lead magnet, how to create a really highly convertible or converting landing page, thank you page, the email follow-up, the videos that are going to attract them. What's the video formula? What's the intro, the two-part content strategy that we sandwich in the call to action that goes to the lead magnet, the binge looping at the end. All these things I'm throwing at you right now, I'm giving you them, but I can't give you everything, right? It's because I don't have enough time and we can't show like the computer and run through examples and all those things. But what I can do is I could splinter off that live streaming content workshop. And I can say, you know what we're going to do? For $97, we're going to teach a live workshop where we break down our 1 hour content live stream strategy. And then basically I'm going to be able to teach you all of that. And then you're going to come to that and you're like, I really like the way that those guys teach. I want them to help me now do the whole implementation of the lead flywheel. And then you might join our program, but we don't start there. We're starting over here with the premium. Now that's not how I used to do it, by the way. Even with this brand, we started with low ticket products and then we graduated up. If I was to start this channel again, this business again, it'd be with a premium offer. That's just what I would do. Anyway. All right. Yeah. Kathleen, we can't wait either. And Kathleen, I'll tell you what, I just started going through like some of the frameworks that we're going to be going through. It's going to be a very high touch because it's such a small group that we're able to just almost like every person is going to be able, we're going to be able to workshop every person's thing. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, cool. And guys, if you want information on that beta cohort, currently right now there's 3 spots available. But if you would like more information on that, just put cohort in the comments. Just put cohort in the comments and we'll send you over the details to that. Awesome. Cool. All right, let's get to it, Scotty.
All right.
All right, here we roll. This one will be nice and tight. Here we go. All right. All right, so in this video, I'm going to share with you the new 100K YouTube business plan for course creators. And I am excited because this is something that we have followed, but there's a twist. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different. And that's why I'm calling it the new 100K YouTube plan. And this is all about building a business around courses, but we're going to be doing it in a little bit of a different way. But I want to walk you through the 6 different steps that we are going to be following, that we have already followed, but there's a little bit of a twist. But this is what has allowed us to get this channel to $100,000, but it's also going to allow us to get to 100,000 more, but also to the 7-figure mark. All right. So with that all being said, let's just jump into it because I've got 6 things that I want to share with you. Starting with number 1 is niche specific or niche or nicho, however you want to say it. I always get a little kickback on that. I say niche, rhymes with niches or riches are in the niches. That's the one I follow. Anyway, number 1, very specific. And this is a huge problem that I see a lot of creators making is where they're not specific enough. It's where they go too broad because they don't want to miss out on some of that overlap. And that's okay. If you want to start there, that's fine. But in order to do what we're talking about and getting to that $100,000 plus, you do have to figure out who is that ideal audience and get as tight as you can and as narrow as you can. All right. So that's the very first thing. The question I would have you ask yourself is, what is the number one problem that you solve? And if you help people play piano, what is the thing that you help them the most with playing piano? Not just I help them play piano. Okay. You have to figure out what is going to identify yourself as the expert for that one specific problem. Okay. So figure that out. And I'm telling you right there, everything else will fall into place. So moving on, number 2, lead magnet, email list building. If you're not doing that, I definitely recommend that you do. That is what has allowed us to get this channel to over $100,000 now. And that a lot has to do with email. And I would start this sooner than later. We've already started. We've been doing this now, I would say, on this channel for about the last 8 months. We built an email list of over 11,000 active email subscribers on top of the 35,000 subscribers we have on this channel at the time of recording this. But it's really, really important that you start to build that email list. And it starts with knowing what your audience struggles with so you can create a free resource that helps them with that problem. So I'm going to give you a real live example of this right now. We know that email list building is extremely important, and we do it ourselves here on YouTube. And we know that people struggle with that. So what we did is we created a free resource. We actually taught this free to a group of coaches, and we basically shared everything, the whole strategy. It's what we call the YouTube Steady Leads Flywheel. And it was about 2 hours. If you would like access to that private group coaching call where we taught that entire strategy, just put leads in the comments. Put leads in the comments and we'll send it to you. And that also is how we build our email list. Do you see that? We basically taught something to a group of coaches, and now we turn that into a free resource, because if you're thinking about building an email list and getting leads from YouTube, that's a huge resource. So I would definitely take advantage of it, but also in real time, that's how it works. All right. So leads, and I'll send you access to that. All right. Number 3, video content, multiple angles. What do I mean by that? Well, when you know your exact audience that you're targeting, you have to think to yourself, what are the multiple things that they are dealing with? Now, it doesn't have to be just that specific thing, but it's like if you're teaching someone how to play piano, there's probably going to be things about certain chords, or maybe it's certain finger exercises, or maybe it's 3 things that you see your students making mistakes around and that prevents them being able to play fluently. Like whatever it is, okay? You have to come up with multiple angles that get people to raise their hand that are in your audience, because one person's problem might not be the other person's problem, but the main problem is the same. Hopefully that makes sense. Different angles. So think about how can you come at the problem from multiple different angles that one person might be struggling with, or one person might find helpful, but the other one might not have that day. So think about that, multiple different angles. Number 4, post consistently. And I always tell people, start with 1 video a week if you can. All right. I would commit to 1 video a week minimum. And while I was doing that video, I would be really getting my system in place, my processes in place. I'd get comfortable with it, and I would want to be consistent. Once I got consistent and I felt like we had that, then we might dial it up to 2. We might dial it up to 3. Okay. So that's what I would do there, but I definitely would say 1 video a week. And here's the other thing that I would like you to do. I would like you to let me know how often you are posting. So let me know that in the comments. Let me know how many videos you're posting a week. And I'm not talking about shorts. I'm talking about long form videos, anything over 3 minutes, let's call it. Okay. Now, with that being said, I also want you to do this right now for yourself, not for me, for you. I want you to come up with the day that you're going to be posting and the time that you're going to be posting. And I want you to commit to that as if it was a job, or if it was schoolwork that you had to have in. And if you didn't hand it in, you get a 0 or you get fired. All right. So make that commitment to yourself, because if you do, you're going to show up, and every single week you'll have a video go out like clockwork. And the more swings we get here, I talk in baseball terms a lot because I like baseball, but if you take more swings, you have a greater chance of getting a hit. All right. So definitely commit to being consistent. All right. Number 5, relationship building. This is what we call KLT, know, like, and trust. And this is done in a multitude of ways. What we want to do is, number 1, we want to show up consistently. That's going to build relationship because now you're showing up in someone's feed. Okay. From there, you're going to be maybe in the community post. If you're not posting in that community tab, I strongly suggest you do. It's a gold mine in there. All right. So do that. You can show up in another place, collect those email addresses and email every single week, minimum of once per week. Definitely let people know that you've posted a video. Why not? All right. And from there, once someone does comment or someone does respond to an email, don't delay. Get on that as soon as possible. Let people know that you care. Let people know that you care. All right. That's number 5. And number 6 is offers. In order to make any money, you got to have offers. You've got to be able to show people, hey, here's an offer that will help you with your problem. And if this offer isn't yours, find an affiliate offer. If it's a tool, if it's someone else's course, if it's someone else's program, show them that you are not necessarily the expert, but you are the guide. You're the one that says, hey, you've got this problem. Here's the solution. This is going to make it easier for you. This is going to make your life better. Okay. Now, if you do have your own program, I definitely recommend that you start making an offer to those people, not maybe day one, but as you build that relationship. And that, my friends, is how we have been able to get this channel to 6 figures. And we're going to get this to another 6 figures and then beyond. We're going to push this thing to probably 7 figures. All right. So those are the 6 different steps that we are following. That is the new 100K YouTube business plan for course creators. And little reminder here, posting consistency is really key. It really, really is. And if there's one thing that you took away from this is make sure that you are committing to this, committing to what I just shared with you, especially number 1, get really dialed in, get really, really focused on who it is you're helping, because that changes everything. Now, if you struggle with content and coming up with ideas or just being consistent because you don't have the time, well, you should definitely watch this video. It's our 1-hour content hack. This is where you can take 1 hour and you can create as much as a month's worth of content. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut.
And scene. Now,
and scene.
Great job. and I'm so excited right now after this because I got something I want to share.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to highlight Matt. Matt's a piano instructor, if you guys didn't know. Okay. He was part of our 1K collective. And let's read this real quick. Hi, Scott and Scotty. Fun update. My video went micro viral last week. Over 20,000 views and still climbing. But here's the good part, guys. Its lead magnet pushed me to nearly 1,000 email subscribers and several new clients in mere days. Dude, come on. Come on. That's what I'm trying to see right there. I love that. That just made Matt, you made my day. You made my day.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Honestly, like, yes, and I know, like, the views are great. Like, nothing against views. Of course, we'll take a video that goes micro viral. Nothing wrong with that. But when you follow it up with it brought in leads, but also it brought in new clients, that's what really speaks to us. And that's what's honestly been the trend going, obviously, since we started switching up our content a little bit and pivoting. That's been the trend that we're starting to get more people coming in, like Gavin the other week, right? We even had even Blaze when he started kind of going off and he started doing the lead magnet, right? Lindsay, she just messaged us the other day, right? So we're getting more people in that are getting these results. I'm loving this because this is exactly the direction we're trying to go. And Matt, I'm super excited for you, dude. And keep it going, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is. Well, guys, okay. So let me just say this. We are exactly at the 1 hour mark, and we have been able to create our week's worth of content because we are posting, technically we're posting 4 videos a week. One of them's a live stream. You just saw that right here. And then the next one that'll come out will be Wednesday. The next one that'll come out will be on Friday. Those all came from today. And then Sunday will be a podcast episode that we've already recorded last week, actually. So technically, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of done for the week.
And that's handed off to me, and I'm going to go edit. That's it.
I'm basically done for the week if I wanted to be. Now, I may, which I probably will. I might start my little, and guys, let me know. Do you guys think that's a good idea? I think that would be good, Scotty. Do you think that would be a good idea? What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking about just firing up the phone and just wherever I am, and I am going to share a random thought about being a creator, building a business using YouTube, the struggles, the highs, the lows, what we're contemplating. I'm treating it like a diary, as if no one else was going to see it but us later to go and look back at this. Is that something that you guys think that I should do? It'll be like maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5, maybe 10, depending. Let me know in the comments if that's something that I should do. And I would just post that on the YouTube channel and not overthink it, right? It would be very, very simple.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dream Talk with Vicky likes the idea. Myth Body Unraveled said yes. Yeah, maybe
Cool.
do it. Try it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. You know what I mean? It's like, if anything, one of those videos could take off. You know, you really don't know. But I also think here's the other thing that it does is it gives you another layer of connection to other people that want to hear that stuff. You know, because I've done it, right? Like there's someone I'll start following and then I'll just start going down the rabbit hole and I'll just start watching more of their videos or I'll listen to more of their podcast.
Yep.
I won't turn on any videos from you guys. Bring it. The motivational minister. What's up, man? A little shout out. Catherine says, great idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. And I'm thinking of calling it. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about either calling it like Creator's Diary, or I was even just thinking about calling it like, so I had it this morning. I forget what it was now. Creator's Diary, I think I'm going to go with, or Creator's memo or something. I don't know. I think diary, right? I think diary.
I like diary
because it's a diary entry. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. But anyway, guys, this has been fun. We are going to come back next week. Next week's actually is going to be our income report for what are we in? July.
Yep.
July. And then we'll do the 2 additional videos that are going to be bolted on there. So we'll do that as our content thing. And then we have our beta group is going to be starting next week as well, next Thursday. So I'm getting prepared for that right now. And if you guys are interested in that, depending on if there's any spots left, we have 3 spots as I am speaking right now. And there was, I had a handful of people that were going to get back to me and see if the times were going to work for, because some people, they just couldn't make the times. We're going to meet for 6 weeks in a row. And we're going to meet for about 90 minutes each week. So if you are interested, if you're a coach or a course creator, and you would like to join us and have us help you install what we're calling our Steady Leads Flywheel, just go ahead and comment cohort, or you can email scott@livevideoschool.com. So if you email scott@livevideoschool.com, just do that. And then we will see that. And then we'll send you over the details. There's like a page with it. And then there's a little application that you'd have to fill out. That application just lets us know if it's a good fit or not. And if it's not, we'll tell you that as well. But man, we're excited. We're excited.
Matt, it's tomorrow. It's not today. Creators Lab. That's tomorrow.
Yeah. And we do have an announcement tomorrow too, Matt, that we're going to be announcing on that. So a couple things we need to share. One of them is a kind of a big change, but we're going to be sharing that tomorrow. So if you are in the Creators Video Lab, we'll be sharing that tomorrow. And we're also going to be doing our live coaching call over there for that as well. But yeah, tomorrow is that, and we posted in the group. Matt, if you're watching this and you add us anything to review or anything, post it in the Facebook group. Oh crap. He said he got an email saying it was today. Oops. That's weird. Cause I could have swore that I sent the other, unless it was automatically triggered. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Sorry. It's always Tuesdays. Kathleen says, see you then. Yeah. Yeah. And Kathleen, we've got our call. We've got a one-on-one call coming up here soon too. So I got a busy week, Scotty.
I want to leave you with one more thing. I want to give this guy a little shout out. Wednesday's his birthday.
That's right. The next time you guys see me, I'll be 53.
Woo!
Be an old man
That's
by
young.
the time you see me.
That's young.
Thanks.
53 years young.
Yeah, 53 years young.
No, but yes, shout out to him, man. He's been killing it, and I've been learning as I'm going. So
Kathleen says, just a baby. Yeah.
So happy early birthday, since I won't be able to say it on a live because we don't have lives until Monday.
Yeah,
so
we won't be able to do that on a live. It's funny, I've got like 3 coaching calls that day.
You did that to yourself. You said you were available.
Because I'm like, who cares? It's my birthday. You're not going to do anything that day. I'll do something at night.
Well, I don't think too you expected everyone to book that day. It just happened that
I kind of didn't, but it happened. So whatever. That's fine. All right, that's going to wrap it up, guys. This was fun. We will be back here next week on our live stream. If you want to actually check out last week's call live stream that we did, that we broke down the 1 hour content strategy. I basically did the same thing last week, but I actually broke it down, and then we also cut that up and we put it in as a separate video. So there's a shorter version of that as well. But anyway, thanks, man. Happy early birthday. You're still in your prime. Yeah, baby. That's right. I am. I'm going to convince myself. All right, guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day, and we'll see you right back here next time. Take care.
See ya.